here we are again in a Smallcleugh Mine in Nenthead. We have some special guests that you are going to be meeting very shortly that have a great deal of knowledge from this place. So let's get in and explore.
That could have been a miner's offering bowl where they would stick things in, you know, just to a bit superstitious to protect them, or it could just be somewhere for putting a candle or sticking the food, you know. But there's a corresponding one.
So they are done for a reason, obviously.
Yeah, if there was a corresponding one, it was for.
They're not accidental.
It was for a pole.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it's a single one, usually it was for storage, like putting your tools in so they're out of the water. But sometimes they used to put like kids' shoes in them, and it was like an offering to you know, for protection sort of thing.
Yeah, very superstitious.
Yeah, very superstitious. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was told about this this kind of vertical joint here. Wasn't this purposely done? So if there was a collapse of this section of the arching, then this wouldn't sort of fall away with it.
They had standard length and curved formers to make these arches, and you do it in a section, and then, as you say, if this section collapsed, it doesn't bring the whole section of arching down with it.
Here's the next one there. So it's about 2 yards in old money, and then they would have a ring. This would be a 4-foot ring, so they would build the wall up vertically like that to about there, and they would put the ring in, one at either end, fill it full of planks, and then build the archway. Then they would knock the planks out, take the rings out, and move on.
Yeah.
And then the arch, when they backfilled the arch, it became very, very strong.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's pure physics. These arches basically they can stand a tremendous amount of pressure, don't they?
And that's why they still
because the actual pressure spreads out to along the side of the walls. Really, that's why they can stand so.
Now, the more weight you put on it at the top, the stronger it becomes.
Yeah.
It only becomes weak when you push in from the side.
Have you ever tried to grab an egg, not crushing it, but just holding an egg from tip to tip and trying to crush it with your hands?
Yeah, you can't.
I tried and it's almost impossible.
Yeah, you've got to really, really force it.
And just think how thin the shell of an egg is, you know, compared to this.
So, I don't know if some of these plates are for, look like for hanging stuff up.
Parts of a ladder, I would say.
That looks like it could be parts of a ladder, but
yeah.
I mean that.
But these plates, yeah.
That's a bit of like
probably for some utilities.
There's 2 of them there
in the mine.
Sort of the same shape.
That's kind of an edge of a mine cart or some sort of tub.
And they've got timber in them. I wonder if they were like fish plates for the end of frameworks and stuff. Because you've got this big bolt plate as well for hanging something off. But there's your ladder, definitely.
Yeah, remains of a ladder, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can see here the ring of the ladder, and a bit of a broken ring as well. Right. Oh, here we go. This is a bit of a minecart, is it?
Could be. Could be, yeah.
What do we think? It looks suspiciously minecarty, doesn't it? Like the top side of the minecart.
Come out.
Oh.
Yeah, there's the bearing at the bottom there.
That's the bearing for the.
This is the bottom of the ore.
For the car wheel.
So there you go. So
there you are.
That's one of the bearings, and the other one would have been there. And then this is the metal frame that sat in the cart, and then the timber frame would sit inside it. So.
Yeah, makes sense. You can see very clearly the bearing there.
Some more wood.
Yeah.
And the rest of the artifacts.
There you are. Some more preservation. You can call it that. We're coming to a 3-way junction here.
And Baron's sump is up one of these, isn't it, Carl?
Second.
That middle one.
Second.
There. Yeah, so that takes you to the Devil's Arse scrolls up there.
Devil's Arse scroll sounds nice.
Yeah. So So that's the quick way to Barron Sump. But the crawls are horrible. Horrible.
Horrible crawls.
Horrible. This way, Cal.
We're going to the crawls.
No, we're not going to the crawls.
Thank God. Thank God for that. Let's go. Let's go, let's go.
This is the plank crawl.
The plank crawl.
When you get further in, it's alright, I have to lie down in it.
Yeah. Should have taken my bag off, really. Hey?
Take your bag off to do it, but it's nicer dipping your nipples in the water.
Oh,
This is a big one.
this is definitely the side of a minecart, isn't it?
This one's a wooden frame with a metal sides, and these were the very big carts, these, for carrying lots and lots of material.
Yeah, obviously,
And this,
just looking at the side of it, it gives you the length of the cart. It's about 6 foot.
6 foot 2
No.
yards.
6 foot?
Yeah, 6 foot, and it would be about this wide, about probably a yard. And
Were
when,
they that wide? Were they not a bit narrower?
when they were working the headings, yeah.
All right.
But this is probably a main tramming route, so that's why it's a big one. And when this was found originally, it would have been sat here, and it's been hoisted onto the side to get it out of the way.
Yeah. But yeah, good 6 foot long, I would say.
In fact, this is probably the outside of it, and that will be the inside, and this would have been here. And then when that rock falls come down, it's probably crushed the rest of it underneath it. And then the explorers have just chucked it up there, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one,
Nice.
that one. You can see the shape of it as well with
It is.
the pinch in here, and then the wheels
Yeah.
would have been down at this point here.
Very nice bit.
Quite a big one that for in here, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm surprised, like you say, they were that wide. But they would have had, like, in different areas of the mine, depends how wide the tramming levels were. They,
have been
you know, they were wider or narrower, I guess.
Just wide enough to go through here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a tramming route because you can see it's a big arch, and then you've got horseshoes down the side. You see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you would have been collecting the ore from the horseshoes.
Yeah, just ride along this road and.
You want to go up? So you can go up this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can climb it. It's a free climb.
Yeah. Are we all going up or just?
Let's give it a go.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Wow, that's nice. It's a nice ladder here. Gonna go up it.
I'll see up now as well. I've got a bit more flexible since I've got it. Yeah, yeah. These aren't as bad either.
Wow, it's quite a good view from here. There you are. So, can see some flats over there and some flats there as well. Wow. Oh yeah. Wow, size of this. Enormous.
I remember that one now, Cal. Yeah, gets better. Yeah.
You go down the end if you want.
Yeah,
Chamber down there, yeah.
you lead, guys. I'll film you for perspective. Wow, it's huge, this. So these flats were worked in horizontal deposits, is that right, Steve?
Yeah, they were horizontal thick veins of lead.
Horizontal thick veins of lead, and that's the resulting of extraction of the horizontal thick beddings of lead. It leaves this square-like chambers. They're absolutely massive. Oh, here's a turning point for the mine carts.
We think that may have been a dressing floor. See how it's cleared away?
Was there a dressing floor, yeah?
Yeah, we think, because it's cleared away and there's lots of timber in it,
Yeah.
we think this is where they were smashing the rock off the gleaner, loading it into the tubs and then tramming the tubs out.
Yeah.
And then this was the continuation of the tub. At the track. There's a grease tin. Still got grease in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Axle
crazy.
grease,
That.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why
To grease the mine carts axles.
And that's why the tin's not rotted away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because the grease is it preserves, it stops the air getting into the tin. Does it really? But the size of this.
This is a big flat, this one.
Very big. What is that? Is that a shaft going up? Or just an upper flat?
I think it's just a dome, isn't it?
Just a dome, yeah. Yeah, it's just
a dome, yeah.
So there must have been something here.
It was probably a pocket of lead that they followed up.
You think there was just a big pocket of lead they follow up,
They
yeah?
actually built a platform here at Stone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can see this.
Going up to it.
You can see kind of the remains of a wooden platform or something.
Scaffolding there or something.
Yeah. Wow. Mad. Really cool. It gives the sense of dimension when you can see them two in the distance. But oh, there's some rails again.
This could have been a dressing floor as well. Usually when you find the dressing floors, they're quite clean. You know, like there's no deads on them and things, and the timber is what was probably sat here and it's collapsed. But yeah, with the dressing floors, they would have a.
It would make sense to make use of the space that they left behind after they mined all this.
What they'd do is,
you know,
they'd have a lump of galena like that, and with an hammer they'd be chipping off the pieces of rock that were on it, because the rock's no good to them, and then the galena would then go into the tub and be shipped out. Well, that's the end of it then.
wow.
Now you see, right at the very end there was a tiny little pocket where they were trying to chase the stringers.
Yeah,
And it's obviously died out,
yeah.
and the remains of a ladder going up.
Where are the stringers? What do you call the
The
stringers?
stringer is where you've got
got
that's a stringer.
You see some sphalerite galena mineralisation
Yeah,
on that wall.
So you see how they go in like
Vein
funny
Sort of
lines.
thin veinlets that they're sort of chasing.
So that's what they call stringers. So they chase a stringer.
Yeah, they kind of go all over the place, do they?
So now this may have been
Yeah.
the main ore body. It may
Yeah.
have not been solid galena, but it was worthwhile taking it all out anyway.
Yeah, it might not have been, like you say, all of it, Galena, obviously, but a big portion of it.
If they got to this far end, it probably ran out, and they were trying to find it again.
I mean, yeah,
You will find bits of it still.
yeah, you will. I'm sure there is some bits. I mean, there's the remains of the ladder there, and the miners must have used this ladder just to
In fact, if you look
reach
in
up there and just
at
hack
these
away at the pocket.
pockets, you see they started to drill the wall here, and those are round holes. So this is more of an air drill.
Compressed air drill.
Compressed
So, what time did they start using compressed air drill? Was it late 1800s? Am I right to say?
1890,
Yeah, I thought so.
1890.
That's what I thought.
And that was the Ullman drill that was invented down in Cornwall. If you look in the pocket, you'll see the spellerite crystals in the pocket, the black ones.
Oh yeah.
They're called spellerite then.
Oh, you can see in the distance.
Yeah.
What is spellerite? Is it what kind of
zinc.
mineral is it? Is it a zinc ore?
Zinc sulfide. Zinc sulfide.
Zinc sulfide, spellerite. black crystals. You might not have
They
got
come in various
very
colours.
clear on the video, but that's what they look like.
They come in like various
Black
colours.
crystals.
Red, brown, black. Black is the most common around here. There's some more there, you see.
All right. So yes, you can see there the spellerite. Is that right?
Yeah. But
So
where
the-
the spellerite.
So the black is spellerite, and the galena is more like a silvery shining.
Well, no, it's actually dull grey.
Like a dull grey, but
Until you break it, then it becomes very shiny, like silver, polished silver.
Yeah, you're right. Because to the naked eye, a lump of, rough galena is just grey, is it? Just
Yeah, it's just dull grey.
the only thing that give it away is how heavy it is until you break it off, obviously, and it shines like silver. Very interesting.
It's pretty much emptied in here. There's not a lot left at all.
No.
The reason why they weren't until probably the 20th century, where it became used in galvanising. And it,
So the zinc wasn't.
there you go. There's a pocket of spellerite and lead up.
Black is
Yeah.
spellerite.
The
Can you
grey.
see the grey on the end of the pocket?
That's lead.
That's lead.
Yeah.
So you've got a combined lead spellerite.
Yeah.
The creamy colour stuff is anchorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the newspapers are from collectors. And if you look at the date, you can see when they were collecting, 1996.
1996. Why would they bring the newspapers to wrap the
because
the minerals basically?
it's before
they
like,
were
they were using
collecting.
bubble wrap. They were just
Yeah.
wrapping in the newspapers. So
So you were saying spellerite obviously is
yeah.
a tin.
Alan Shearer.
Alan Shearer, yeah.
Yeah.
So the tin ore wasn't in demand back in the days, obviously.
Zinc ore.
Zinc ore.
Zinc.
Zinc.
No.
The zinc ore wasn't in
It
demand.
wasn't used as a galvanising product until the early 20th century.
So they had no industrial use for it, so they didn't mine it.
It was
a waste.
It was a waste to them.
And then a process was invented to separate the lead from the zinc, and zinc then found a use. And today our biggest use for it is, for example, galvanised steel. That's that coating on the outside.
Yeah.
It's also used as an antibacterial agent as well. Zinc.
Zinc.
Yeah. When you
Interesting.
buy like Elastoplast plasters, they've got zinc in them.
Yeah.
Because you can buy zinc-free ones because some people are allergic to zinc.
Well, there's some spellerite there, I think.
It's antibacterial. It's a herbicide, genocide, some of the herbicides.
That black stuff there, that's
Yeah.
a spellerite, is it?
That'd be a spellerite crystal.
Yeah, yeah, tiny bit. It's just like a dull black crystals, and
Right, yeah, if you get well-formed ones, they should be like glassy, shiny ones.
yeah, that shiny bit, that's
The white
galena.
stuff is all anchorite and probably maybe quartz or maybe calcite.
Quartz calcite, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably calcite, but the yellowy stuff is anchorite. And if you look at it in the right angle, you see how it shines.
Where's the spellerite?
Yeah. See how it turn its sides like glass, how it shines.
There, yeah.
Yeah. So that's spellerite, but that's been broken. That's why it's like that. So
Yeah, just there in the corner you can
if
see.
you're lucky, you can find a really good piece of it.
Yeah.
Flat. And go this way.
Hang on, will you say the hammerhead?
Yeah, so
What do you...
Not that flat.
that's just literally the main flat you've just been in,
Yeah?
and then you've got this flat.
All right, so it goes across horizontally in regards to this flat that we've just been in. Yeah, that's why it's called hammerhead. Oh, got it. Wow. This is very, very mineralised, isn't it?
Down the roof, and you can follow it.
Yeah, that's what the miners were following, really.
There is another working up there. There were ladders up to it, but they're gone now. So
Wow.
you could just see it going off in that direction and up.
Smart. It's huge, this.
But this is now this is more of a vertical flat than your an horizontal one.
Yeah,
So the vein structure here was going up rather than across.
yeah. Yeah, it does make sense.
The
course.
theory is, with the way the solution works is, when it came up, it found these horizontal cracks and went sideways and solidified. But then in some areas, those horizontal cracks were vertical, and that's why it came in vertically. Everywhere else in England, like in Wales and stuff, they're all at about 85, 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So that's why all the stopes down there are all massive, big, long vertical stopes. But here, it's a combination of big, flat flats and then some stopes like this.
Just a question. Obviously, the sediments we're talking probably what 200 million years. The original sediments.
250 to 300.
250 to 300 million years.
Yeah.
But what about the period of mineralization? Is it something that is ever been dated, or?
It's about 250 million years ago.
So the same. So the mineralization happened during the sedimentation of this.
After.
Yeah. After.
How long after? Well, it's
it
difficult to
probably,
say, probably, is it?
It could be like 300, 350 when the rocks were laid down, but then the mineralisation started around 250 million years.
Yeah, a few million years after,
And that's
whatever,
because
yeah.
there was a change in volcanic structure below. So what happened is the plates have moved over a volcanic area, which is sending heat and fluid up, and it's those fluids that came in and deposited the minerals, starting with the heavy minerals, iron, lead, and then it went out to like zincs, coppers,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So you got to owe it all to volcanoes, really, don't you?
Yeah, it's
yourself on that one.
Oh,
drops down a bit. That it's
it's
mineralisation
thermal.
is-
It's thermal activity. Is that?
yeah, it's always formed by thermal activity.
Yeah, the hot fluids from
Only
the deeper reaches of the
in caves where you find it in
the
caves,
earth.
as it percolated down from the surface. You very rarely find minerals in caves. Here you go, Tony. There's a massive piece of mineralisation. There's not much spellerite, but it's sort of forming the dark stuff. But it's mostly
Calcite, is it?
calcites and anchorites.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can see the darker bits coming, and that's how it's starting to form. Lots of gypsum needles. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. There's some darker crystals there.
Well, the darker ones will be spellerite.
Yeah, nice. Wow. That's so cool. Yeah, so this is spellerite, yeah. But it's got like a dusty sort of colour. This could be partly the
It could be oxidisation.
oxidization of the spellerite. Right. Are these
They're like horseshoes.
these are the offshoots, are they? Obviously, because we've been to the level below, the runs below these flats, that tramming level
That's
with
about 20 foot deep, that.
with all the offshoots. But the volume of minerals they collected must have been incredible. Oh, that's a nice
That's all spellerite.
shiny bit.
Yeah.
Spellerites and quartz. Why is it so glistening? It's got to be like quartz with spellerite.
It's because you're actually seeing the crystal faces
Yeah,
at different angles and the light
All right.
reflecting off them.
of course, yeah. It just looks like diamonds.
Yeah, diamonds in the black. So you see it's all over the walls. And
Yeah. We come to the end of the flats here.
it may have carried on actually, Tony, but it looks collapsed.
Yeah.
Like this looks a bit heavily collapsed.
It looks like
It may have gone further on.
the ore bodies. It was thinner here, was it?
You know, I'll tell you what, Carl, this looks like earthquake movement, this, isn't it?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, lots of fracturing, isn't
It's
it?
very fractured.
A lot of fracturing, yeah.
Probably went mineralised.
There has been earthquake movements up here every now and again.
During the miners' times, or even recently,
Over the
we're
last 100
talking.
years there's been a couple, I think.
What magnitude we're talking?
Oh,
Considerably enough to shatter rocks.
2 or 3.
Very
Enough to create cracks, but
Enough to create cracks.
not
yeah.
to bring a building down.
No.
I mean,
Okay.
I think the biggest one England's ever had has been about a 5, was it 4.9, I think,
Yeah.
and that was about 30 years ago.
Yeah, not to the scale what they
Look at
get in
that heavy
Mexico
piece
or
of conglomerate.
other
So
countries.
that's a vein material. That there's a mix of everything in there, but that's come directly
like
out of the vein.
probably,
You can see the stringers there.
Every metal that you can name is there, probably.
Well, I don't know about metals because there's not much weight to it, but there's certainly all the other types of the solution minerals like anchorites and calcites, oxides. There's a bit of shiny stuff. Could be silicates, that. But it's a quartz hedgehog.
Quartz hedgehog.
That's because it's got all these terminated,
It's got the crystals just
terminated quartz crystals, yeah.
perfectly formed there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a nice, beautiful piece there.
I'll put it back where you found it.